Hi, Christopher Pogue here again with Anarchy movie reviews. This time I'm going to review the Connors ABC show. This is the spinoff of the Roseanne reboot that came out last year. If you don't know, Roseanne, she made a racist tweet. So ABC fired her and killed off her character with an opioid overdose. I think it was just an excuse to fire her. Because she's notoriously hard to work with. Back in the day, she sang the national anthem, and she still. That was more offensive than any tweet ever, and she still got to keep her job. So I think she was just more tolerable back then, and she got worse with age. Yeah, so they canned her. I don't mind the story direction, honestly. It's not like bringing back The Sopranos without Tony. Don't get me wrong. I would still watch that show. I don't want to discourage HBO from making that, but I'm just saying I don't think a lot of people would be too excited about that show. I don't think they need Roseanne, honestly, for the show to be a success, because I think she had a great supporting cast that carried her. It's not the other way around. She didn't. I don't think she carried the show by herself in the least. But the writing is still an issue. Honestly, it was an issue when they came back with Roseanne last year, and it still is. It's just not as funny as it was, and it was back in the day. They ignore the whole storyline of them winning the lottery, which is a good thing, because I think that's where the show jumped the shark, honestly. They should have come up with some kind of explanation as to where that money went, that it was all a dream, something, right? The show, it's gotten a little too political and serious, I think. They took on serious issues that real people have back in the day, but, they never forgot the comedy. The show makers always dealt with dramatic issues, yes, but it made light of them at the same time. It was kind of darkly comedic in a way that brilliantly combined the comedy and the drama, and whereas the comedy and drama now are more binary. The comedy, it's gotten light, and the stories have gotten a little serious, but at least the show's relevant. It addresses the opioid epidemic. It's like Richard Pryor said, epidemic is code for white people are doing it. Illegal immigration, Becky, she gets pregnant by an illegal immigrant. I'm going to get this fucking gum out of my mouth. This is distracting. All right. Divorce. Darlene and David aren't together anymore. But it does seem like the show's being political for the sake of being political sometimes. With DJ being in an interracial marriage. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. But, there's no chemistry or interaction between the two at all. And it just seems like a cheap ploy to say that Roseanne, when she was still on the show, wasn't a racist just because she was a Trump supporter. It was, there was not much to it there. I'm definitely interested in seeing where the show goes from here, though. I want to see where the Darlene David story goes. Darlene, she met a guy named Ben, who's not a pussy like David, and it seems to be going well. But David broke up with his girlfriend Plus, he does seem more sure of himself now. On top of the fact that you know, the Big Bang Theory is ending, so Johnny Galecki, he's going to have more time on his hands to be on the show. So, and Ben wants Darlene to move to Chicago with him. So, and I don't think the writers want to break the family up. And so I think it's a real possibility that Darlene and David are going to get back together. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see where Becky's pregnancy goes. Absolutely. I mean, at first, I mean, I didn't like that she was 43 and having a baby. I mean, it seemed irresponsible. But I have a friend, she's almost 40, she doesn't have kids yet. I'd like to see that happen for her. So if it worked out for Becky, I mean, that'd be nice to see. You know, it'd give me some hope for her. I don't. One thing I didn't like was that they ignored the fact that they had a fourth child, Dan and Roseanne. I don't know if you remember this. They had a fourth kid named Jerry. They named after Jerry Garcia, and they haven't shown him. And Jackie had a kid named Andy. They just ignored. Yeah, they just ignored that fact, and you know. So I'd like to see them. They ignored it for the most part. They might have mentioned him in passing at some point, but I'd like to see them. You know, at some point down the line, you know, so, that. You know, I want to kind of wonder what happened to them. Also, Tom Arnold as Arnie. I'd like to see them bring him back. You know, yeah, he was funny back in the day when he was on the show. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't see why they couldn't. I mean, Roseanne's not on the show anymore, so you know, why not bring back Tom Arnold? You know, you say what you will about Tom Arnold. I mean, you know, he earned his money. Like, you know, he had to sleep with Roseanne for years. I mean, if that doesn't entitle a guy to millions of dollars, I don't know what the hell does. Yeah, so, yeah, I might seem a little ambivalent about this show. Yeah, you can't tell whether I like it or not. I'll just clear that up right now. Yeah, I like it. I'll recommend it. I'll give it you know, despite its flaws, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Okay? So, all right. Thank you for watching. My name's Christopher Pogue, and I'll see you next time. All right. Bye.